Cool, we're live. Welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about how to set realistic goals for a successful comeback. My name is Yusuf. I'm a mental performance coach with a background in sports psychology, and I help you guys to come back faster and come back stronger from your injury. Let's get right into the topic without wasting any time. And this one's going to be a good one for you guys. So when you want to set goals by dividing the long-term goals into smaller achievable milestones. That means you have the end goal. Like let's say you have an ACL injury and your end goal is like to get back to your sport again. So the first thing is like to get off the crutches, get your range of motion back, become pain free, or like divide those that long term goal into smaller achievable ones. So all together, if you all add them up, they turn into your long term goal. Okay. By doing that, you will you will get more wins, and I've been praising that in the previous videos, that it is really important to get W's, to get wins, because that's what's going to keep your confidence up. That's what's going to keep your mood up as well. Like you're going to stay positive. All right. I'm kind of figuring out where I have to look for the stuff. Like my screen is on this side on the screen. I see myself on this side, so I keep looking at the side. But notice when I look into the camera, I'm kind of looking above the laptop. It's weird. So yeah. Um, yes. So how would you divide your goals? Like it's really important. Like think about in terms of range of motion. Think about getting rid of pain. Think about strength. Think about like if it like getting the brace off, whatever you have, a cast, whatever, splint, whatever it is, to get that thing off. And you do these by like following your rehab program, eating right, sleeping well, all these things that make you commit to your healing, and everything what your PT and doctor tells you, of course. So when you do that, it is really important to focus on the process, not just the outcome. It's the journey. It is a journey. You just started a chapter in your athletic career that you're not very fond of, but it is a chapter that you have to overcome. And by focusing on the journey, you focus on getting better 1% every day by being consistent. Okay. So you have to like, it has to become your daily habits, it has to become your lifestyle. And you have to do these things like religiously. You can't move away from them. Like you can't be like, all right, I'm feeling motivated now, I'm doing my rehab program for 3 days, and the fourth day you're like, oh, it's not really helping, or you feel like, oh, it's going really well, and now you just stop doing what you're supposed to be doing. No, it's like being on point, staying on top of whatever you need to do. All right, this is your mission. If you're an athlete, this is your sport right now. Your sport is like to get back healthy, to come back stronger and better, prove everyone wrong. And when you come back, you dominate them all. Yeah. But also remember, it is really good to have goals, and it's really important to focusing on your daily habits. But but you have to be able to adjust your goals as needed. That means sometimes we have setbacks. Sometimes we even improve faster than we originally planned. So you have to stay flexible. By staying flexible, it does something psychologically to you. Like, before I get into that, you got to remember, you have to work like it's like this is your mission, and put in the work every day, and don't be like, oh, like, don't be like a lalilu, like whatever, like, don't take it lightly. And then on the other side, like, still be loose with it. You gotta find the middle, okay? You gotta find the like, you have to tend more to this side where you like sticking to it religiously, but you can't be completely on this side. You also have to go a little bit to the adjustment part. Why? It's because sometimes, like, we have these setbacks, and when we have setbacks, like when we can't, we feel great when we can stick to our plan and stick to our goals, and when we manage to make them happen. But what happens if something comes in between and we can't do them? It doesn't necessarily have to be a setback. Let's say, like, that day you have a bunch of appointments, you go to vacation, you do something, like you go away, like you don't have the time to do it. Life happens. So you have to be adjustable, like, and this is gonna help you, like, to not drag yourself down when things don't go your way. All right? It is really, really important not just to be like, just to be focused on this one thing and then not live life anymore. You also gotta live life somehow too. Like, you still gotta live outside of this, still gotta do your whatever you're supposed to do, your everyday, day by day work. And sometimes there are more. Sometimes, like, you get hurt a little bit, like your foot swells up, your ankle swells up, your knee swells up, your shoulder, your back, whatever. Like, you get more pain and you don't get to do your rehab that day and you have to rest. So you can still consider resting as like progressing, but don't beat yourself up if you have to change. If you have to change your speed a little bit. And the last point, it is about collaborating with your medical team. That means ask good questions to your doctor, ask good questions to your physical therapist. Of course, do your research. The better questions you ask, the more quality answers you get from them. And then also, whatever they tell you, don't try to bend the rules. All right? Just listen to them. They will see when you really made the progress you're supposed to do, when you really healed up better than what they expected, like how they expect it to be, then they will tell you, like, hey, we can move on. But sometimes, like, you feel like you got stronger in your injured limb, but the ligaments haven't healed up yet properly yet. So just listen to them. Yes, they're following a medical guide. Yes, like, every person is individual, but there's also a lot of commonalities. And then also, remember, I hope you've done your research as well and found a good doctor before that, or a good physical therapist that is, like, really like an expert with your injury. All right. It's always important to find the best one out there, and they can give you the best advice. All right. Always wait for your doctor to give you the green light. Always listen to them. Whatever they tell you, follow their orders. And yes, and you'll be surprised that you may be able to return faster than you expect. All right. This was a good one. Again, my name is Yusuf, your mental performance coach. I help injured athletes to come back faster, come back stronger. And I'm telling you, man, like, this injury, it's all about up here. The body will heal, but this has to stay strong. This needs to be unbreakable. And I'm gonna help you build an unbreakable armor, okay? See you guys tomorrow. Peace.